Well,
damn it! Now I'm definitely not gonna get this. I mean, if it was something that was a bit, you know, less big, then maybe I would have had a shot.
House of the Dragon has proven it has steadily become one of the most heavily popularized HBO successors in recent years. Naturally, the stunning work from the cast members rose the general public's interest, and Milly Alcock is one of these prominent stars playing the young Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen and receiving mass praise for her skills. The series has become a runaway hit with fans and non-fans alike, but how much do we really know about the sensational Milly? Milly is a popular Australian actress who is best known for her ABC One role in their 2017 drama TV series Janet King. She also played a part in the television shows Pine Gap and A Place to Call Home back in 2018. Furthermore, Milly obtained a feature in the drama series Les Norton. Are you enjoying HBO's House of the Dragon prequel more than its OG series Game of Thrones? Let me know in the comments below. Milly's start of life is rather undetailed due to her desire to keep that part of her life private. However, we do know that Milly was born in 2000 in Australia, making her 22 years old at the time. Growing up, Milly practiced her faith through Christianity and attended a private school based in her hometown Sydney, Australia. According to reports, Milly also picked up acting training and took theater. It was around this time when Milly began to take her craft seriously and began focusing on making a career as a social media influencer, Instagram star, actress, TV personality, and entrepreneur. Since then, Milly has made several commercial appearances and modeled as well. She maintains a photography hobby and is said to have an exceptional eye for the photographic art form. While the information on her parents is also very limited, they have both been revealed to be native Australian entrepreneurs as well. As for her love life, she is reportedly single at the moment. Despite Milly sharing endless photos of her hanging out with her friends, she is again a pretty private person who does not enjoy sharing her life's details with the world. Apparently something like Peter Dinklage from the Game of Thrones origin series. Milly's first official acting appearance came from her Wonderland series feature as Teen Girl 1 in 2014. This was followed by her first resume role as Isabella in the High Life series. Milly has also made additional appearances in A Place to Call Home, Fighting Season, and The School. Most recently, she snagged her biggest part to date through her GOT prequel House of the Dragon. Milly starred on the Disney Channel between the years 2015 and 2017. According to media news outlets, Milly's estimated net worth ranges from $3 million to $8 million. Her prominent role as Princess Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon has most likely sent those numbers skyrocketing, as the high-budget HBO series is widely popular and has for sure paved a great path for Milly to continue to take over the world of Hollywood should she choose to. As for her achievements, Milly was named one of the Casting Guild of Australia's Best Australian Rising Stars in 2018. Milly received a nomination for the AACTA Awards under their Best Comedy Performer category and holds the title of being the youngest ever nominee for the award. Her current location of residence is on the east side of London. It's been described that being in the UK is easier for her filming obligations rather than remaining in Australia. Even though Milly has quite a diligent outlook on life, making it as a big actress surely couldn't have been easy, especially because, like many other breakthrough stars, Milly was working hard in a restaurant prior to the news of her HBO role. She was said to have been incredibly pleased by the fact that she landed such a high-profile role in the series. Milly has also worked as a journalist in her time in Australia. If you are a Game of Thrones enthusiast, help our channel grow by subscribing now. Now, let's discuss a bit more about Milly's involvement in House of Dragon and how it relates to what we currently know. The HBO Max show House of Dragon made its small screen debut on August 21st, 2022, and will continue to run through the rest of the year. There is anticipation that more than one season of the George Martin adaptation will soon follow. House of the Dragon is a Blood and Fire adaptation prequel to George's acclaimed A Song of Ice and Fire inspired origin show Game of Thrones. Unfortunately for Milly enthusiasts around the world though, we won't be seeing Milly in the future of HOTD because she was only brought on board to play the younger version of her character. Her last episode has since been aired on the 18th of September. Emma D'Arcy will be replacing Milly in the later portion of the series' first and currently only season. However, before her departure from the show, Milly was certainly not shy about informing the public of how she felt estranged from her abrupt popularity in line with the show's premiere. While the GOT prequel is by far not Milly's first walk in the park, it is definitely her biggest role to date, and she has quickly adapted the fan-favorite title due to her young Princess Rhaenyra portrayal. Still, she has expressed that her time in the spotlight hasn't been all that enjoyable. While speaking with Nylon magazine, Milly said, "I'm trying to not look at it and trying not to engage with it because it doesn't benefit me. It just makes me incredibly anxious. Me seeing my face constantly is straining. It effing sucks, man. I don't know how the socialites of the world can do that. It's kinda driving me up the wall. An incredibly difficult space to navigate." The actress also shared that she's not friends with a lot of famous people, so it's hard for those around her to relate to her struggles. Quote, "All of my friends are very normal and go to uni and just do very basic things, and my family's not in the arts whatsoever, so it's strange. It feels like someone's opened Pandora's box and you're kinda just looking through the looking glass. It's a bit Alice in Wonderland-y. It's effing weird." During a part of her Insider Roundtable interview, Milly's co-star Matt Smith once gushed about his belief that the young actors of the show will emerge as stars, including Milly's other co-star Emily Carey, who plays the younger Alicent Hightower as Rhaenyra's best friend. But Milly took things a step further when she expressed the irony in fans pitting her and Emily's characters against each other, saying that the two female leads are, quote, "forced to be put at odds with one another by the choices by men. But what I found quite hilarious is that the fan base is also putting the actors, the young Alicent and the young Rhaenyra, at odds with each other, and choosing who's better, also by decision of mostly men." As a fan favorite, it's almost surprising that Milly was once intimidated by the set of HODD, because she surely doesn't seem like it on screen. In her admission to Nylon, Milly said how she felt she would constantly be getting fired during the first few months of the series' filming. She further explained that the process was also incredibly intimidating. Quote, "You quickly adapt and it all becomes quite normal, but the first 2 to 3 months I just thought I was going to get fired constantly. It was incredibly new and exciting and daunting because I've only ever done Australian TV. So the budgets are immensely different, they're not in the same league. It was just quite a shock. That was a way that you can make film and television. I didn't fully understand how big of a scale something like that could be until I stepped on set and I was mortified." Apparently, Milly discovered the news that she got her part in HOTD when she received a phone call from her agent at a friend's house. Naturally, her life basically changed overnight. According to reports, the Australian native had auditioned for the show via Zoom multiple times. Back then, she was reading lines for a mysterious character by the initials YR. Because Milly was only 10 at the time of the original show's debut, she never watched Game of Thrones. However, Milly knew the opportunity was potentially the biggest of her life at that point. According to the star, she also had to muster up all her acting skills to not immediately give away the secret of her pivotal role when the call came. In quite the series of events, fair warning that spoilers may lie ahead, the character of Rhaenyra finally wed after avoiding matrimony for as long as possible. The tragic event closed out Milly's final episode with the show, and taking Rhaenyra through married life now will be Emma in the following weeks as the 6th episode of The House of the Dragon releases. The significant time jump that takes place between this week's and next week's episode has been revealed in the show's latest teaser. Milly's part in the first section of the show has proven her to be a highlight since it premiered, and she and Emily's characters are the only ones being replaced in the show. Remaining in their places will be Matt as Daemon Targaryen and Paddy Considine as King Viserys. The storyline of House of the Dragon depicts the tale of the Targaryen civil war known as the Dance of the Dragons, which is, according to GOT lore, the birth of the beginning of the end of the Targaryen house. The show's events have been set to fall in line 190 years prior to Daenerys' birth. The 5th episode for the show was Milly's final time in the Game of Thrones prequel, but certainly not the last of her character. As for the 10-year time jump, fans of both Emily and Milly have expressed their excitement for welcoming Emma, but sadness to see their favorite actresses leaving. Quote, "I'm excited for Emma, but I'm going to miss Milly. Still crazy to me that Milly Alcock only gets 5 episodes in this series. She killed this role. Both her and Emily Carey were great in their last episode." However, Milly herself is elated to watch Emma portray her character in A New Time, telling the New York Times during her joint interview with Emily that she is so excited to see what Emma did with Rhaenyra. "There's no way I could have played her in the later stages of her life because I don't have the same lived experience that Emma has, so I'm so keen." That's been today's WATN. Thanks for watching, friends!